One of the most abused Bible subjects is trusting in your own works. And so, yes, of course, we're supposed to trust in Jesus and to turn away from the works of the flesh, submit to Him that He may bring forth the works of the Spirit. But I see all kinds of wolves abusing this truth to try and indoctrinate people with various pieces of leaven. And so, one of the biggest deceptions is there are those who never had a saving faith. They believed superficially, but they never truly put their faith, their life in their hands of Jesus. And they do not have their names written in the book of life. But when true believers try to warn these, halfway ones that said a prayer years ago and hardly think about Jesus, that's not what it means to walk with him in truth and spirit. That's not walking on the narrow path. When you try to warn those individuals, these wolves, they get puffed up and they start to say, "Oh no, that's work-based salvation. That's trusting in your own works." Let's be clear. Let's draw the line here. So I know all about trusting in your own works because I have a 38-year history of having lived life according to what I thought was best, doing my will and not knowing the Lord. And I can testify that that only led to death. I was on the road to destruction. I brought forth zero spiritual fruit by relying on my own works. Okay, that's what it means to rely on your works, the sorts of things people do before they know the Lord. Once you receive the Holy Spirit, then He starts to bring out works through that same Spirit that were preordained to those who He knew would believe and be saved, to His elect. And so then those works are completely different from the works before. I mean, this entire channel and sharing my testimony and trying to bring people to Jesus Christ, that was not of me. For 38 years, I never did anything like that. I never glorified Him. That's the works of the Spirit. And so that's the reason that no man can boast or act like it's their own works, because it's Jesus who does those good works in you through His Spirit. But the big deception is the people who haven't received His Spirit, who are being kept in this state of complacency and believing that they're fine when they're truly not. And even those who have received the Spirit, it's important to continue to walk on the straight and narrow path. It is he who endures to the end that receives the crown of life.